Okay, I've been trying to make this video upstairs in my office for about 2 hours and it just has not been working. So, trying a different approach. I've come up to the garden. You get to see where I live, and it is actually a beautiful day for once. Anyway, today I want to go over a 6-month plan as to how you can totally change your life if you have ADHD. And this is coming from my own experience, and I wish I'd known these things sooner, and I would have actually been able to do this in 6 months as opposed to 7 or 8 years, however long it's been. So this is for you if you feel like you're stuck in life, as if life is just not going how you wanted it to go, and like you're just missing out on your potential by a long way. We know that with ADHD, we're going to feel like that anyway to some extent, but when you feel like you're just nowhere near it, it's crippling and it hurts. And I've been there. This, like I said, is coming from personal experience. And if I can help one person not feel the way that I did, I'll know that I've done a good thing. So let's dive in. Month one, you need to lay groundwork. You need foundations. And if you are feeling stuck in life, there's a very decent chance that you have self-worth issues, a bad relationship with money, or you just simply don't believe that the life that you want is possible. I mean, I was there. I've been in that situation. I couldn't see how I could be anywhere else, except I was suicidal. So therefore I had to be somewhere else or I was going to end it all. So I had to change what I was doing. I had to change the beliefs that I had. And the thing about beliefs is that they can be changed. They are nothing more than neural pathways that have been in the mind for a long time. But if they don't serve you, you can change them. That is easier said than done. The way that I did this was to immerse myself in personal development content. Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Alex Hormozy, like not even personal development, but business things as well. Content from people who are living a life that I would like. I have now learned that Alex Hormozy and Grant Cardone are doing things that I don't have any intention of ever doing. But at the time, it was very important to see that something else was possible. I then also cut off all kinds of shit TV. I didn't watch the news anyway, because I already understood that that keeps you in a perpetual state of fear. So if you're watching the news, stop. It's not good for you. And I also audited the kind of music that I was listening to. On the way back from the first personal development seminar I attended, I was on a coach and I was trying to find something positive to listen to. And I found only two songs in my whole Spotify library that were positive in nature. So I can now appreciate things like Nirvana and Marilyn Manson without being sucked into the negativity. But back then, it very much permeated how I was thinking. Be aware that that could be where you're at and do something about it. And then month two, you're going to get into the habit of creating content. A lot of people want to optimize before they ever create a habit. People do this with fitness as well. If you don't create a habit first, when you try and optimize, it's so easy to give up. So what you need to do is to just start sharing your story, 2 sentences at a time, straight into your phone. Like, don't go thinking that you're going to make some Hollywood blockbuster with explosions and all this crap, when that isn't what's going to move the needle. We're not living in this a place of needing to have blockbuster film energy anymore. It's more about consistency. If you can consistently show up and post your story on a daily basis, you will end up growing. It's inevitable. It might take some time before things start to take off, but it will happen. Whereas if you're going in with the idea of, oh, I'm going to make one video and it's going to change my life, one video will change your life, but how many videos are you going to need to make before the one that changes your life? See what I mean? And also, the thing to take into account here is that when you're just starting, for the first couple of weeks, you don't even need to post whatever it is that you're doing. Feel free to take the time to practice. I've had a lot of practice speaking on camera, and I still have to come down to the garden because I can't get it right in the office. Like, this takes time, it takes practice. Do not expect yourself to be perfect straight out the gate. It's just not going to happen unless you are magically talented and just didn't know. Allow yourself the grace of improvement and get better. Allow yourself to practice. And also don't feel pressured to post everything straight away as well. Understand that your first few videos will suck. Like, we've all been there. That's fine. Anyone that's ahead of you in creating videos has been where you've been and will not slate you for it. The only people you'll get hate from are the people too afraid to ever do anything with their own life. Always remind yourself of that. I find it funny when people throw hate on my videos because, well, sucks to be you. Like, I'm not online slagging people off. You know what I mean? Anyway, so month 2, the content creation habit. Month 3, you need to build something to sell. If you build something that you can sell online, you then have leverage. You have the opportunity to be able to make money in your sleep. And when you have ADHD and executive dysfunction is a real issue, it makes sense that you don't have to be working in low leverage situations. Working 8 hours a day might as well have killed me. I had to do something different, and it's taken me 8 years to figure out exactly how I want to do that in a way that works in perfect alignment with my ADHD. I am trying to save you that anguish by telling you, if you have something to sell, you can make money while you're doing whatever your executive dysfunction has decided you want to do that day. For me, I play guitar at random times in the day because it's what I feel like doing. But I still have the opportunity to have people give me money off something I've built days, weeks, months prior. Now, what does that look like? You probably, unless you've got a lot of money to waste, if you're feeling stuck in life, I doubt that's the case. But if you don't have a lot of capital to start with, create a digital product. This could be in the form of a PDF, like kind of guide, ebook kind of thing. You could do audio tracks, like guided meditations, things like that. If that's your jam, you crack on. But for me personally, video courses are the thing that I resonate most with. And I think a lot of people do. The thing about video is that it's a pure transference of energy. You can feel what I'm saying right now because you're watching how I'm saying it and you're taking it in through audio. Therefore, you get a more rich experience. Then what do you make a video course about? You make it about whatever you can teach to someone. If you're feeling stuck in life, this is why you needed month 1 to build your momentum in terms of how you're thinking, to get you to the point of having some self-worth, to understand that you have value that somebody else would pay you for. If I went back to how old I was when I needed this video, I would have probably made something around content creation in terms of the production process or playing guitar. I know how to do those things. If you're ADHD, I know that you have gone down some rabbit holes and that you have experience and expertise that you could teach to someone who's a few steps behind you. The benefit of doing it that way is that those people relate to you more than the people who are miles ahead. Always remember that as well. It's something that I forget often and I have to remind myself of, is that I don't need to be where Grant Cardone or Alex Hormozy are. I don't need $100 million. I need to be relatable to the people who can't envisage having $100 million. So you are exactly where you're meant to be and you can still help people. Remember that. Now, month 4 is that you're going to expand personally. You've already laid some foundations in terms of mindset in month 1. You've built the habit of content creation in month 2. You've built some sort of digital product in month 3. Now you need to continue growing. You need to continue taking in things that allow you to not stagnate. if you're ADHD, I'm sure this is probably a habit of yours anyway. You just need to direct it towards things that are directly actionable and related to your life. So start looking into like philosophy, mindset, spirituality, these things that can take you to a different level of thinking and expand. Expansion is the furthest expression of love, was a quote from a guy called Dr. Wesley Cress that really resonated with me. The more you can expand, the better your life can be. The more you can relate to other people who are in different situations to you, just the better life can be, essentially. Keep expanding. And then month 5 is to optimize your current flow. So if you have got into the habit of creating content, but you're shooting a different video every single day, start batch creating. This is what I meant when I said before about a lot of people try to optimize for things that they have no habit around. People try and do this in the gym where they're like, how do I create the optimal fitness regime? Well, mate, you haven't been in the gym 3 days a week consistently since you were a teenager. Why do you want to optimize for the perfect regime? Just start doing it consistently and then you optimize. But by month 5, you will very much have got to a point where you can start thinking about how to build systems around these things. Put those systems in place, things start getting easier. That then brings me to month 6. So once you're starting to optimize, you can then start to have new iterations, new reiterations of what you've already been doing. And that personal growth and business growth can compound because by now you're on a flywheel. You start seeing outsized returns for the effort that you're putting in. I hope this is making sense. So if you already have your digital product, by month 6, you can be thinking about maybe redoing it to be even more valuable so you can charge more, or you can be thinking about a different product to sell alongside it, an upsell or an order bump, which means you can then gain more money per customer. Start thinking along those lines. So not only have you optimized what you're already doing in month 5, you're then building on what you've been doing and creating more in month 6. And then after 6 months, you will have literally changed your life. And the thing I'd want to mention is everything that I've mentioned here today can be done alongside a 9 to 5. Personally, by the time I needed this video, I was in such a place, in such a state that I had to leave the job that I was in or kill myself. I don't say that lightly. I'm not being flippant about it. I let things get very, very bad. I don't wish that for you. If you can start taking these actions now instead of letting things get to where I did, you might not have to quit and build from absolute zero because it's not fun. It really sucks being in that situation. If you can do these things around your current job and then in 6 months, maybe it takes a bit longer than that. Maybe it's 12 months. That's better than staying stuck. It's better than letting things get worse, knowing that you're not going anywhere. But it can be done like that if you so wish. Or if you feel like throwing in the towel, making life hard for a while and really getting your head down, you have a roadmap to make it happen. Either way, I hope that this has helped. There's one final thing that I want to leave you with. And this plan is not about being somebody else. It's about uncovering the best version of you because it's in there. You already have everything that is needed for this. You just need to have some consistency, create some different habits, realize your value and worth, and then show that to everyone else. And you do that, you'll have a completely different life in 6 months. I hope this has helped. There will be links below for Fast and Simple Profits, which very much teaches how to build the digital product side of things and how to go about that without getting into overthinking, overwhelm, and perfection. There'll be content made easy for helping you get into the habit of content creation. And as I mentioned before, there'll be Unfuck Your Mind, which helps with your mindset. For now, check out those links, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.